Okay, this is a favorite lure episode. One of my favorite lures is the Heddon Tiny Torpedo. This little dude is awesome topwater action. Comes in a variety of colors and styles and easily accessible from your local store. So run out and buy one. Buy a ton of them. Heddon Tiny Torpedo. I cut my teeth on the Tiny Torpedo. Introduced to it by my friend Steve on the Burbus River in Missouri, in the northern Ozarks. And man, we just slayed the smallmouth and the largemouth on the Burbus back in the late 90s on the Heddon Tiny Torpedo, especially chartreuse colors. That fishery isn't as good as it used to be, but you can still catch good fish in there. And that's a great color right there. Nice little smallie for Missouri. How do you fish with this lure? Well, it's a topwater. I'd prefer, or I would recommend, using monofilament, so that'll keep the line on top of the water and won't sink, and that'll keep the action working properly. What's another tip for this lure? You cast it out as far as you can cast it. Let it fall in the water. Watch the ripples go out a couple seconds, and then just pop it. Plop, plop. Let it plop a little bit. Make a little action on the water. And sometimes they'll hit it right on when it hits, when it lands the water, or right after you pop it once or twice. And sometimes they'll hit it on the retrieve. I pop it once, twice, 3 times, and then I start retrieving. Pop, pop, and then start the retrieve. And sometimes they'll hit it on the retrieve. Of course, it has 2 treble hooks, and so you might want a set of pliers with you. Of course, that's a good habit to have with you all the time. But a bass, especially smallmouth, get hooked on the Tiny Torpedo, and they will jump and flop like mad. It's some of the funnest fishing out there. You will need to be careful though, because those hooks can get in you. So have pliers handy. Here we have a time where it's hitting on the retrieve, in the middle of the retrieve, bam, just right there. Explodes on that top water. Again, it is some of the most fun fishing you'll ever have. Occasionally, you'll have the prop on the back go sour on you, and you'll have to bend it or twist it a little bit. Occasionally one will pull out, and you can screw it back in with a little bit of glue, and it will go right back in there. These things will catch big fish, they'll catch small fish. I've caught perch on them, bluegill on them. They just drive fish nuts. There's something about the little puttering, something about the shape. I don't know what it is. I use several different kinds of prop baits, but this is one of the best kinds there is. So, Heddon Tiny Torpedo prop bait, one of my favorite lures of all time. Run out and buy a dozen of them.